I'm Weston. I love talking about the Rangers, and we are one day away from Rangers hockey. Tomorrow, at this time, we're all going to be watching the Rangers playing the Islanders. It's going to be great. But in preparation for that, I want to go over a little bit of Rangers news that happened today in the past few days. I'm going to go over our non-team captain alternates, but still the captains in a way, the alternates, who will be starting Game 1. Spoiler alert, it's Igor Shesterkin. The projected lineup and defensive pairing. And, just getting hyped about the season. So the first little thing is we have 4 team alternate captains for going into the season. It will be Jacob Trouba, Artemi Panarin, Mika Zibanejad, and Chris Kreider. I'm not shocked at the first, or 3 of those. I'm a little surprised with Artemi Panarin, not because I don't like Artemi Panarin, I freaking love him. I'm just a little surprised that he was voted a team captain. He seems a little, not... When I say goofball, I mean it in the nicest possible way. Just like a fun, free spirit. I didn't really see him as like a big-time leader, but hey, if he is, and if that's the case, that's fantastic. Super upbeat personality, great player, and a team captain. What more could you ask for in a captain and like in Artemi Panarin if that is the case? So that's great. Like I said, Igor Shesterkin will be starting tomorrow, which is fantastic. Looking forward to seeing him. Last time we saw Igor Shesterkin, last time we saw the Rangers, was getting unceremoniously swept out of the playoffs, the play-in, the qualifying round, and that was not fun. That was not fun at all. All right. So now with that horrifying memory in the rearview mirror, time to talk about the upcoming season and the projected lineups. Now I'm taking these from a Instagram page. Obviously on Instagram, a Rangers page. I will leave the link to that page in the description because I'm stealing his projected lineup. And I'm just using this to sort of go over it in my brief thoughts about it, just to put something out that's Rangers themed before the game. The projected first line is Chris Kreider, Mika Zibanejad, and Pavel Buchnevich. That's not a shock. That was pretty close to what we were using last year. And, I mean, that's probably our best line. Obviously, it's the first line. 3 really good players in Zibanejad, Buchnevich, and Kreider. I'm excited about that. Hopefully, Mika Zibanejad can continue his elite season over from last year, where he really stepped up and became a good center, or a great center in the NHL. Chris Kreider, again, another nice season last year. Pavel Buchnevich, pretty good season last year. Great first line. The estimated second line will be Artemi Panarin, Ryan Strome, and Kaapo Kakko. I think it's hilarious that Kaapo Kakko, who has... Crap, I forget it. He can't have gluten or bread is on the same line as Breadman. I forget the name of it. I'm very upset with myself now. And like I said, Ryan Strome at center. Good line. Artemi Panarin, probably the best player on the Rangers. On the second line, it's kind of funny, but hey, I'm happy about that. I like him with Kaapo Kakko because Kaapo Kakko, granted last year in the regular season, he wasn't fantastic. But in the playoffs, he was probably the best player on the Rangers. Not from a scoring and point perspective, but he skated hard and he gave it everything he had every minute he was on the ice. I was super impressed with Kaapo Kakko in the playoffs. I was super pumped about him. I'm like, all right, if he can carry this into next year, we got a great steal of a player at 2. Great player at 2. Third line, Alexis Lafreniere. I'm sorry, I'm just happy I get to stay. I'm just excited I get to say that name, man. Alexis Lafreniere, Philip Hedl, and Julien Gauthier. Gauthier. Again, I like this line. I feel like Philip Hedl, and I'm basing this off nothing more than my gut feeling. I feel like Philip Hedl is going to have a nice season this year. Him with Alexis Lafreniere is just... How can you not be excited about that? Like, how can you not just get excited about Alexis Lafreniere? He's on the Rangers. I still can't get over this. I still can't believe we won the draft lottery. That's still... I'm still just so excited about that we get to have Alexis Lafreniere on the Rangers. That is... Gosh. I'm antsy. I'm so antsy about tomorrow to see Alexis Lafreniere hopefully get his first point in the NHL in his debut. That's... Sorry, I'm so excited, and I don't know... I can't explain to you how excited I am. All right. The fourth line is, it's the fourth line. It's not going to be fantastic. DiGiuseppe, Howden, and Lemieux. fine line. Nothing to complain about. Brendan Lemieux. I really like Brendan Lemieux. Yeah, hopefully a solid fourth line. Again, fourth lines are not going to be special. They're going to be good. If your fourth line can be okay to good, fantastic. That's the fourth line. Gonna flip this over to the defensive pairings. All right. First defensive pairing, Tony DeAngelo and Jacob Trouba. I like it a lot. Tony DeAngelo was probably the best defenseman on the Rangers last year. You can argue Adam Fox, and I'm not going to fight you on that battle, but it was probably Tony DeAngelo. So I like that pairing a lot. Like I said, Jacob Trouba is wearing A on the jersey this year. Did he last year? I can't remember. Ryan Lundgren and Adam Fox on the second defensive pairing. Adam Fox had such a good rookie season, such an underrated rookie season. Really should have been a finalist for the Calder. Kind of snubbed, in my opinion, but, be that as it may. And the third pairing, which is kind of weird, it's Jack Johnson and Brendan Smith. But this was before Keandre Miller made the roster, so it probably is still going to be Jack Johnson starting in the third pair, but I'm assuming that Miller will get playing time tomorrow, and I'm assuming within probably a week or so he could overtake Jack Johnson, and Keandre Miller will be getting that playing time, which I am super excited about. I freaking love Keandre Miller. I am so pumped about him doing so well, or doing as well as he did in training camp this year, which is rumored that he had an outstanding camp, which just made me so excited because he has good chemistry with Alexis Lafreniere, and so those two potentially being on the ice at the same time would be fantastic. Keandre Miller is just another player that I'm really excited about to see in his rookie season. And then the two goaltenders will be obviously Igor Shesterkin and Alexander Georgiev. I can speak English. Well, that isn't technically English. Where's Georgiev from? I can't think of that. So, that is the projected lineups for the offensive lines of the defensive pairings and the goalies. Like I said, Igor Shesterkin will be starting tomorrow. I am super excited. Yeah, tell me what you guys think down in the comments. Do you guys think we win the first game? Do you think we make the playoffs? Do you think Artemi Panarin continues and has another great year? Do you think that he can score 5 points in the first 4 games and become the fastest Ranger to 100 points on the Rangers? Because I read that earlier, and that made me kind of excited. What do you expect from the season? I'm curious to what everyone thinks. And I'll be back here tomorrow recapping a Rangers game. That is going to be freaking awesome. So, thank you all so very much for watching. I hope you all have an absolutely fantastic day. And as always, go Rangers.